Hello traders, Gary Wagner here. Just about 11:40 in Honolulu, 5:40 in New York. It is Friday. Happy Aloha Friday, as we say on the islands, May 19th, 2017, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver, our weekend review, and what a week we have seen. Gold closing up substantially on the week, a gain of about 2% overall. Silver also moving to higher ground, and of course we are long both gold and silver, positions that we initiated on May 11th, just about a week and 10 days ago. Gold closing higher on the day, closing up about $3, $2.90 at $12.5570. That is most active futures contract. Now it traded to a low of 46.10. 46.10 is important in that we had moved our stops up just the other day and we moved them to below 45, so our stops were safely avoided. Market did move higher. It traded to a high today of 56, so we closed very much near the highs, and of course we are long from 12.25. Of course we will talk about that trade in detail when we pull up our technical studies. Over to silver. We are also long silver. We're long silver at 1632. Market closed at 1684. Low on the day came in at 1656. And the high of the day at 87.5, closing at 84. A net change of about a full percentage point, or a 17-cent gain on the day. What an interesting week we have seen. We have a couple of trades working right now. We are long both gold as well as silver in terms of our current gold trade. If you recall, last week on Thursday, we identified a simple two-day pattern called an engulfing bullish. It's these two candles right in here. First, after a defined downtrend, you get a final bearish hurrah, and that bearish hurrah, of course, is going to be a red candle. That would be this. On the following day, the market opens below but closes above, completely engulfing the prior trading day's range, and you actually take the call with confirmation, which would be the following day, a green candle with a higher high and a higher low, which was exactly what occurred last week when we issued the buy signal. And therefore, traders taking the call, we all got long at 12.25, and that is on this confirming candle. Initially, we put our stops below these lows, which sat, I believe, just above 12.10. And yesterday, we did trail our stops up higher. In fact, yesterday was the only time in which gold closed lower on the day since we have put that trade on. More interesting is the fact that now that the market has closed for the week, we have identified two patterns that are indicative of a major trend reversal and a much more long-term trend reversal. The first pattern that we have identified is off of our daily charts, and it is based upon moving averages. It is simply called a golden cross. We are looking at a daily chart. The daily chart contains a longer-term 200-day moving average. That's the dashed red line. A shorter-term thinner blue line representing the shorter-term 50-day moving average. Today's action actually resulted in the shorter-term moving average moving above the longer-term moving average, which indicates the potential for a major bottom and a major long-term trend reversal. Now, the second pattern that we identified at the conclusion of today's markets is a pattern that we have been talking about for the last 2 weeks because we watched it form as these weekly candles unfolded, and that is a three-river morning star, which was completed this week when we had a 2% gain on the week, and that created this large green candle. And therefore now we have the three candles that compose the three-river morning star. And traders, the occurrence of both the golden cross in our daily chart as well as our three-river morning star in our weekly chart really give us a strong technical indication that not only did we see a key reversal recently in the market, but more importantly, that these two patterns found together could be indicating a substantial upside move in the near future. So therefore, traders, my recommendation obviously is to maintain our current long position and to maintain our current stop, which we trailed higher yesterday. And traders, we are also long silver. We went long May 11th. And when we went long in the market, the pattern that we had identified was also a simple 2-day pattern. But unlike the engulfing bullish, this is a bullish harami, which is simply an inside trading day. We took the call when it confirmed on the next day at the same point in which we put our gold trade on. We initially had stops below these lows here. As this marketplace went up, we did trail our stops up yesterday. The stops were trailed to below 1641. I believe the low that came in yesterday was 1642. We put it on after that low was achieved, or raised it, I should say, after that low was achieved. So we are long at 1632, and the market closed at 1684. Our stops have been moved up. Obviously, maintain your current long position in silver as well as your current stop placement. Absolutely no doubt. A most interesting ending to this week. Substantial gains in both gold and silver. We are long both gold and silver. And interestingly enough, longer-term patterns unfolded at the conclusion of this week that indicate the potential for a rather sharp upside move. And of course, I'm speaking about the studies that we looked at in detail, the Three River Morning Star, as well as the Golden Cross. Of course, these patterns occurred a week after we initiated the position, so what they really do is confirm that the trade we put on the 11th of May was in fact correct. We've moved our stops up, so effectively we have locked in profits, and now the key to this trade is to maximize whatever potential we see unfold. In other words, if gold and silver pricing continue to rise and advance, we want to maintain our long positions for as much of that ride as we can first. Secondly, next week I want to look into scaling additional positions into our current trade so that we can also maximize profit potential on this current move. This has been Gary Wagner wishing you, as always, good trading. I look forward to offering you more insight next week for more daily reports as well as the weekend review on Friday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.